Hey there, hope you guys are doing fine. I'm doing fine, and for today we're going to work onto this beautiful little project, which is our little vacation from the big island. But before doing that, you guys have been bombing the whole comment section onto my channel once again. Some came up with a couple of good suggestions, so I want to talk about that. And the first one is of Simtelli. The tavern is a great addition. There is so much I want to comment, but I will do that in bullet points for not to take you a whole day to read. The tavern name could be Kraken or Wreck. A tavern sign, if you want, I can give it to you. The patio gazebo, thank you for the words, is awesome and very cozy for pirates for love dates. Does that also count when a pirate needs like a monkey or a parrot? And last but not least, some fish nets, fishing rods and some fish dry hack, I think it means rack, would perfectly fit on the deposit area. I need to think for a second too. Thank you a lot for the suggestions. I will come back to the name in a minute. The tavern sign, thank you a lot. I really would love to have one, but JD was super quick with that. Yo, like I was saying, I love these silly moments in episodes every now and then. The build is also shaping up really nicely, but I do have a suggestion. You wanted to place the bar at the back of the tavern, but it would be more practical in reality if it's right by the entrance. That way people can get a drink right away without having to squeeze through the crowd, and secondly, the bartender has a better view to keep an eye out on things. P.S. Kraken is an awesome name, Simtelli. So I'll guess in this case two people agreeing on the name of Kraken, so I really would like to go with the name Kraken. Thank you a lot for that suggestion. And I actually had to laugh a little bit when Yo was describing the inside of the bar, how it would be better if we have the bar at the front, because reading the words having to squeeze through the crowd made me think of like a club or whatever, like a very busy crowded club, and I was seeing in my head a crowded club with pirates and whatnot. Yeah, but thank you for the suggestion. You are definitely right about that, and I will do that. Lucifer is saying a small butcher fish stall would be cool to add. Nice name, by the way. I know this won't be done for a bit, but a navy outpost would be cool, with a small but tall lighthouse on the little island, and behind it being the outpost, of course another island for the navy. I think that is a very good idea, and I think for right now it is very nice if we do like these tiny little projects while we take a little vacation break from the big island project. Meanwhile, it's like summer. So what I will do is the next little project will be something that JD has been suggesting, and I will give a little bit of my own touch to it for some extra stuff, and or you guys have a lot of fantastic ideas, so we can also add that to the little project. Then after that, I think a little navy base would be a good idea, because pirates also need to have like kind of a police type of deal, keeping things nice around the area. So I guess a navy base after that would definitely not a wrong thing to do. And then Captain Waffles building, what is that odd name all of a sudden? I love the way that wall looks from the inside. Also, if you go up to the wall and right click, what happens? Also a good name is Billy. No, I mean, sure, I get the deal there. And Billy makes me think of a goat. But we're not gonna call this a Billy IKEA style. But thank you for thinking with me, and let's see what happens if we, press on the wall. It opens. I mean, it's almost like a perfect hatch for like a cannon, right? But yeah. So if some pirate has been farting, we can just, open some windows and, let the fresh air blow in. So that's, oh no. Oh, this, okay. Actually, Captain Building, I don't know why you have building in your name all of a sudden. It's actually a fantastic idea. Now, of course, it's not aimed out, but let's just pretend, from the inside. I think it looks actually very good, like a small window there. Of course, I got a ton of little more comments onto the last episode, onto the short video, onto the explanation of the spinning wheel, and maybe the live stream. Thank you guys a lot for all of these comments. I really enjoy reading them. I really like to answer them. They are very important to help this video and the channel grow. So if you don't know what to comment but you still want to help out, then you can always leave one of these emojis. Alright, so before we're gonna go to the editor, I said this episode and then one in the next episode will be enough to, you know, finish this island off. And what I would like to do for this episode is at least put the name up. Also, make the inside of this tavern, alright? Then also, I want to do the idea, I'm not sure, maybe I'll just pop the comment into the screen about the putting some stuff up here in the storage area, like hanging meats, maybe fish nets and that kind of stuff. I would also like to see if I can, you know, implement a little greenery down here, and or I think like a fishing butcher area, like fishing drying racks and all that good stuff would also be a nice idea. And by the look of it, we have like a little piece of ground down here. So my guess is we could make like a little thingy down here and put some of that good stuff on top of it. Now, before I'm actually heading out to editor, there's one thing that I need to do, and it's take a little look into the workshop, because often people gift stuff or I buy some stuff. I believe this one is from I think Mellow. It's just like a fishing thing. It's quite big though, but it's also very straight, right? But you know, a lot of time has been spent to this, and yeah, it's a little bit too big for this area. So this guy here is, I believe it's from JD, and yeah, let's see if we can implement your fishing rack, because I'm pretty sure this is yours. It's a little floaty, but I might have an idea. It should not be too difficult to fill in the blank. I'm going to take this into the editor, and I have an idea how we can make it look nice. Oh, bucket house plant. Oh man, why is it bugged? Maybe because the wind blows and then it's like going left and right. I'm going to see, figure it out in creative mode. We also have this, right? Modern warehouse shelf. What will this cost? This will cost... What a... Oh, I see. Of course. So yeah, you were suggesting to add the bar down here, right? Something like that. Guess I need to place it here then. You know what? I'm going to set that one up for the third project. Well, this little water pump can go into the corner over there, you know, get a little bit of filtered water out of the ground. Might be a nice thing. It's like a tiny little addition that I'm going to add right down there. For anything else, I will meet you guys in the editor. You know, it is very handy before you start talking and showing some stuff that you turn the damn recording on. Super duper handy, or else it's gonna be very difficult to, you know, show you guys what I'm doing down here. Anyways, we have sand on our island, right? You cannot place seeds on sand like these guys, like a little bit of grain or corn, so I had to come up with a different solution. This guy here is on grid, these guys are not on grid. So what I have been doing is I took this 1x1 block and I had it in free place mode. Then what I did is just lower it enough until the black line like that is just underneath the ground at the lowest point possible, and then just made another one near it. And let's say, for example, it's deeper down here, place it like that, have this like that, until you have like a bit of a platform. And then I actually place one on grid, so I know it's always the perfect height. Then I implement it in here, and now I just place some grain and stuff whatnot on top of the stones at first, right? Just low enough that it's sticking in a tiny bit. Ooh, that's a lot, but let's just pretend this would be better. Just like that. And I believe this guy is a little bit in there. Yeah, just a tiny bit until you see it like this. Then I know 100% for sure this one is the one I'm going to take in a minute in order to, you know, move it lower. And I will show in a second what I mean by that. So I'm just going to grab a couple of these guys, just place them around different levels, different heights, and I'll be back at you to show you what I exactly want to do with this. Alright, I think this will be enough for now. It will be a nice test to see if my plan is working. Later on I can just place a couple down here if need. I'm going to select all of these stones minus this guy. And just wait a minute then. Let's just first lower the stuff. So I'm going to select all of these. And then like I've been saying, I'm going to need to grab this guy, right? Because this guy will have a clear view of, you know, how low it needs to be, because the ground is underneath this stone. I could just lower it something like this. Will be fine. As you can see, everything is sticking underneath, and that will be the height of all the plants. I know for sure it will be in the ground. Remove that, delete that, and now we have what we need in order to, you know, add some greenery to our show. But I am not yet going to make this into a blueprint. I want to have a large blueprint. And what I mean by that is I also have, gonna be a very good one though. Yeah, I also have this guy, right? You're going to need to add it to the show for bar on grid. Thank you. And that is perfect. Right, I'm just going to edit this group and then just hello. Not going to react though, but yeah, so I can just take the bar with it, and you know, look at it. A little bit of green does a lot to the spot. And now we can also make the inside of the bar. And another thing that I would like to do, and this is going to be a little, I want to say a little funky, but I guess it doesn't have to be like that. And just put it within, right? But that will be, yes, there will be what? It will be like this. Raise it. Yeah, this is perfect. Now I know I don't have any flooring in here, but for now the flooring is not really needed. It's something for later on. And for this, like I said, I want to add a couple of ideas to, you know, what has been suggested is, for an example, add in something hanging, right? So for example, let's maximize this out so it doesn't stick through. Like this will be fine. It's a little bit in the way now I'm thinking of it, so let's add it right out here, and also let's add it down there like that. Yeah, I have added it in the right group. It's best to just work into the group. And now I can take some meat. I do hope that I have some meat, because it might be possible that I don't. And it's a little bit on the low side though. Let me see if I can implement this enough. Okay, of course I got an island near me with some stuff, and maybe this doesn't work. No, it might work though. It's a little hanging meat thing down here. You know what, that is actually fine. So now we got like a piece of meat hanging. It's fresh. Fish will be there too, but it will be on this side. We're gonna make a dock from this down here. I don't need any you know, special blueprints for that. It is all clear. You know, it looks a lot better like that. I like how there is way more color in here, and I like how there is way more tiny little stuff and things to be found rather than just crates and barrels. So that was definitely a good idea. So besides the meats, we also have some potatoes. We have some maybe salt and pepper and whatnot. I made like a little bit of a fishing net in the background and then put up some plants to it. We got some spices, we got some bottles, we got some flasks. We also have, you know, I was like, just pretend this is a rope and little sacks on it filled with whatever, you know, stuff like that. I will see if I can add a couple more things, and then, you know, let's just move on to the bar down here already. Let's just talk a little bit about what I can do. Yeah, so yours has a good point. So let's just add the bar right down here in the corner. I don't want to go too big, don't want to go too small. I also going to need to invent a new type of tab, because the old way of me making the tabs for the bear is by using bird meat. Even though bird meat still can be found at certain random encounters, it is not something you can farm anymore. So I'm going to invent a new type of deal. I'm going to add in a couple of bar stools around here in the area. I want to place down, see, a couple of tables in here, maybe something with a candle or not a candle. And I would like to see if I can create this more into a toilet type of view. You know, like, you need a little bit of privacy, even pirates. Something like that. And what I would also like to do, you know what? Let me just surprise you guys. Man, why is time always flying by when you're having a lot of fun? I'm glad for this week I have a lot of time, and or the weather is going to be perfect. I have a question for you guys, but let me just show you around what I have been doing. So right around here in the storage area, there might be a couple of things that your eye is catching. First of all, I have been sticking this thing into the meat because meat needs to be put into slices for some pirates. Also, I was speaking about pepper and salt, so I thought let's add some more of these guys, make them black and white for pepper and salt. I have added a compass carpet. This is more of a merchandise type of deal for pirates to put on the ships. Some of these blunderbuss weapons, I guess what they are called. And also some more merchandise clothing right down here onto like a fishnet type of deal and a hat. And you know, maybe you would like to have a pole or something to warn people that you're a pirate. Also, I have been creating 2 different type of signs before I show you the inside, and that is these guys right down here. Now the thing is, I've been using a lot of these stone stuff, right? A lot of these guys, they kind of look slash is modern, not all the way though, because the other one, the whatchamacallit, why do I look in things that doesn't make sense? Yeah, the alchemy symbols, there you go. So these ones are like super modern. Also looks like these are, yeah, a lot larger than the stone ones. I didn't even notice that. But anyways, I like this one too, even though it's very bad to read what it says on there. If you know it's Kraken, you can read Kraken in it. But I also like to have, you know, maybe something for the chains. But let me just show you how this looks like on here. You know, Kraken, I believe, is like a big squid fish with, have like these little holes on his tentacles. So I thought, you know, this might fit in maybe ish slash a little bit, kinda something like that. And then of course we have this a little bit more modern because you can read it a little bit better. You know, it's a lot more clear. So my question here is for you guys, should I be using this guy or this guy? Now of course, if you've chosen something, I still have an idea what I could be doing with the letters to make it a little bit more Kraken-ish. And then we will be putting the sign up on Friday for a finishing touch though. I also want to do something with this duck. If you guys have more ideas, you can also let me know. But for now, inside the bar, right, for now it looks like this. I got some bar stools. I took this one from the tiki area, from the main island where we have a vacation from. I have put down some of these coasters, is that what it's called? JD, help me out. Of course a lot of bottles, and I didn't make like a tap because I was like, I believe I don't have taps in pirate time, right? It's just barrels and bottles. They don't have like pressurized barrels and all this fancy stuff. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this, you know, fits in more with the style. And it's a little bit excuse for my, you know, laziness on it. But this turns out so perfectly, like stairways type of, you know, type of do for these bottles. I like it. This is a crate, a couple of barrels with some things in them. Bottles. Did I say barrels? Anyways, I did check out the adventure mode if the windows were here, so they can go open. Maybe there will be an idea, and I'm thinking of it. Put like a little boat behind there, and then, you know, put like this dummy thing. dummy. No, what is that called? Target. Yeah, dummy. So put this guy into the boat and make him look like, you know, popping up at the window, like as you want to, you know, steal one of these bottles. I don't know. You guys can come up with stuff too. So the toilet is something that I skipped because I wanted to have more tables in here, more stools, and you know, pirates are pirate. They don't need like a party to be in. They just go outside and use the ocean as a toilet, right? They are pirates. Yeah, so some tables in here. I just moved the chairs a little bit closer so things could fit in a little bit more. And yeah, I like it. I like it a lot, and I hope you guys like it a lot too. And so in this case, we're going to place the whole show because it's oh yeah, wait a second there, bro. There's one thing that I wanted to do, and I wanted to do this on camera for a reason, because yeah, we had this problem with this thing not being a complete 100% yeah, touching the ground. I believe JD made this. I'm not sure if it was like standing on something was a little bit higher. It could happen though. But in this case, I thought about a very simple idea that I could be adding to this. And I think, yeah, we want to have like a budget table in here. Maybe like a simplistic type of deal. So, what I'm going to do, I cannot replace mode this into adventure mode. I'm going to keep that in mind, and maybe like a little fishing boat down here for the dude that is doing the fishing stuff, and then just put this on the back, right? And the simple solution is going to be maybe that could be a simple solution. I wasn't sure what I wanted to use at first. Okay, I'm going to be honest, at first I thought like, let's use these sticks underneath to just connect it, but you know, sticks are a little bit way too large, so let's just use this and then just, you know, slightly cover up the gap down here with shotgun ammo, just like that, and then it's like high up, right? Why not? Now let's make it kinda ish. Yeah, oh well, I think a darker color would be nice. Just a little too dark. It needs to be this, but then that, you know? Well, okay, let's just accept the fact, or make up your mind, bro. I think it would even be better to use this stuff then, you know, have it a little bit like, yeah, perfect. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is just remove that, and then in adventure mode I can just place it here and it will be fine. So this dude has a fishing boat here, gets off, hang out his fish there, and you know what, let's just add a crate, or in this case a box then, without any other stuff in the plus there. You know what, let's just add one of these, and also a little bit inclined like that. Yes, beautiful. All right, enough. More on to Friday. I don't want to rush it, and yeah, you guys probably have the greatest ideas that has ever invented. Invented. Oh, one of those. Oh man, I just can't wait for this blueprint. Oh, I need to, because stones are still down here. What? Long story short, let's place this big boy, and of course the correct way. Oh boy. Will everything be perfect? Will it be a disaster? We will find out in the next episode. Okay, no. Wait, what? Really? I thought I colorized those planks. What happened there? Is that a, yeah, is that a glitch or whatever? So the reason why I added those dudes to there is because the bar stools have like these long sticks. If I don't place this down here, it will be pretty much visible, and that is super painful. Everything can be solved, but this is what I wanted to see. Not too bad. That is actually a fantastic, right? Yes, this, but you know, stuff like that. Nice. Yeah. I if this works out good, yes, then Yeah, we could add a lot more in here. Pineapples has been suggested. Okay, so let me just fill in the blank and then, you know, show you how it looks like. Yep. And you see it well. Something is very wrong around here. That's not what I was saying to myself before I turned the recording on. It was a lot of swearing and ooh, I am pissed off. So for some whatever reason, this is not correct down here, which means I'm going to fill in this blueprint and then afterwards remove all of this stuff. Or better to say, I should try to not fill in this stuff down here, and then yeah, I'll reduce the damage for myself. Even though yeah, okay, this is a mess. It is a mess. Now this stuff here is okay, right? It's just how it's supposed to be. This is how it's supposed to be, and this, by the look of it, is also how it's supposed to be, except for this piece down here. I need to, you know, reattach it, but not too much of a problem though. Now in here, by the look of it, I'm only going to need to add bottles and flask. Now the other thing is I don't have this crate with me because when the update came out, one of the updates, all of this stuff get thrown out of the chest and you could not pick them up anymore. If you try to demolish them, you wouldn't get them back. They were actually gone. So yes, by the look of it, let me just fill in what I can do, and anything else is just going to be bad luck then. Beautiful. Look at this. That is fantastic. I guess this was also made like before the whole tool stuff came up. And even with the tool stuff, I often forget I need to harden out stuff. But will you just look at it? That is very nice. I love it. Of course, you know, I could add more ideas to this little show down here. This will be fine. The name will be fine for the next episode. This greenery looks nice. A little, you know, what we could get from it. I just need to remove this from my thumbnail because, yep. Also, I didn't expect it that the other pirate shirt and the pants is something that I don't have. So I'm going to need to look in the warehouse. Look at it. It's so neat. Something like that will be fine. Yes, it starts to get shape. I'm loving this stuff so much. So in this case, any feedback, ideas, comments, whatever you like to drop to put me into the series, then, you know, go ahead. You make me a very happy man, and we're shaping this stuff together. And I'm definitely going to spend enough time this week to fill in the blank and create another nice episode, and then we're going to finish off this project and see what else we're going to create. Oh man, there's just a couple of greenery here in the corner would be nice, like not too much and not too much. Nice. Of course, you're going to have another trader down here, you know, behind the fish. Maybe some guy behind the bar. I should be able to